Have you ever sat down to work on something, started working on it, and within minutes thought to yourself, why am I doing this? I think this all the time, especially as a stop motion animator. If you don't know, stop motion is an extremely time-intensive task that doesn't reap huge results. For example, the other day I was working on an animation for around 3 hours, and the entire time I was asking myself, is this really worth it? And that's what I want to talk about today. Why creativity feels useless until it isn't. There are so many hobbies out there, and I try to take part in as many as I can. Painting, drawing, animating, sculpting, and even some video games. But there's one thing that all of these have in common, and that is that they take time. Sometimes too much time. Is there really such thing as too much time if it's a hobby? I mean, of course there is. You can't ignore your life responsibilities for drawing a picture. However, does time actually matter when something you're creating makes you feel alive? So many people in this day and age don't even think about the fact that they can make something, anything. You don't have to be a certified artist or some trained specialist. A lot of people sit around and see other people's creations and they say to themselves, man, I wish I could do that. But the trick to this whole thing is that you can. Sure, maybe not at the same skill level, but a giant piece of the beauty in art is the fact that someone spent their time and their effort making it. Even if it's just a few minutes, you took a portion of your life to make this thing. Your energy, your hours, instead of sitting around and watching TikTok, you sat down and you made something. Now you may be hearing this and say to me, well, Jake, I can't spend time drawing a picture or writing a poem. But you know, at the end of the day, does that really matter? Now my answer to you could depend on several different things. What is your intention behind your task? Did you make this thing to get some attention from it? Do you want to be seen as some amazing thinker or artist? Because if that's so, then no, it doesn't matter if it doesn't achieve that result. If the sole reason you're making something is to get money or fame, and your art doesn't achieve that, get you that money or fame, then I would say creativity doesn't matter. A lot of people have this outlook on art that it should get you money or get you something in return of your effort. It's a very utilitarian view of art that I know is poisoning and has poisoned the art world. I'm a victim of this. I post my art online, and many times I do it for the sole reason of getting views and trying to go viral. My bad. And the truth is, that's the wrong way to go about things with art. I mean, if that's your sole purpose behind it, then there is no purpose behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, to the average Joe, they could see that and be like, that's really cool. And I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's the purpose of art. But to me, it needs to have something a lot deeper to it. As humans, creativity is an inherent part of our nature because it encapsulates individual expression. The ability to make something out of nothing is possibly one of the most gratifying things you can experience. Like this pumpkin, this makes me feel something. As a child, you probably drew pictures and made things out of clay, and your reasoning behind it was not, oh, I'm gonna be the next Michelangelo. No, the reason you were doing that was because you were indulging in life. You were putting your imagination on display because your imagination is a beautiful thing. There's an excitement that comes along with making something up. It invigorates you, and when you can transfer that idea into the physical world, whether that be through music, imagery, or for whatever, there's a sense of ultimate satisfaction and peace. The truth is, creativity is a gift, and everybody has it in one way or another. The sad part about this is that not enough people use this gift. It's stagnant and dying across the world. People have no more time, they think, to spend on making art. We are filled with constant stimulation and constant connection to the point where we're mentally drained. We are seeking instant gratification when we don't have patience to make something, anything. Like I said, like this little squash. And for many people, that is a fueling factor behind why creativity feels useless, because creativity surely isn't useless. If you're like me and draw a picture from time to time, you probably get the reaction from people saying, oh wow, that's amazing. And then you look at it and it's just truly, objectively not amazing. And to me, that's always been telling, because it shows me that people will see something really simple, and just for the mere fact that you created it, it's like some big thing. not to discredit any artists or anything, but really, I mean, the brass tacks comes down to like people will like art if it's simply just done. You know what I'm saying? Many people don't know that they can do art, and therefore, to them, creativity is useless because they just don't utilize it. Now, if you're one of those people who just thinks, oh, I can never be creative, I'm not an artist, I'm not creative, I will make a video showing you all of the creativity things that you can do. And there's probably a good bit. Now, like I said earlier, if you're going into it thinking, oh, I'm making this so I can get this out of it, some sort of fame, then 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get anything other than just that simple satisfaction of being like, I spent my time well, I made this. If you go into it for the simple human nature of expressing your mind, then I guarantee you that 100% of the time you will find that creativity has a use for you. Creativity is the thing that separates humans from everything else. It makes us irreplaceable. No other species or machine has that intrinsic drive to express themselves, their own personality. AI has no soul, and sure, it can create art, but we humans, like, sometimes we'll like the art. Like, we can see it and be like, oh, that's a cool thing, but it's lacking that deeper effect that all human art has, even if it's bad human art. AI doesn't have that special zing to it that's like, oh, they were feeling this and made this. They were making this because of this. We like art because it's beautiful, and all art, no matter what it is, takes time to create. It takes effort to create, even if it's just a couple minutes, a second. You can put a dot on a paper, and there could be more meaning behind that dot on a piece of paper than anything AI could ever make. It's that blood, sweat, and tears that makes our art so human, and it's what gives creativity its use. So if you haven't been following, no, creativity is not useless. It is, in fact, one of the most human things we can do, and it's also one of the most gratifying things you can experience. And that's my rant, and I hope you enjoyed and maybe got some inspiration or just a little bit of mind, some wheels turning in there. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next week in next week's video. I don't know what it is yet, but we will see.